fresh, just like.
All right, yo. You know what it is. 1, 2. It's your man Trey.
Duce.
All right, so we having some technical difficulties. My Wi-Fi is shitty. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was trying to play NCAA and record at the same time. Clearly that doesn't work, so I turned my console off. But welcome to the Duce and Trey show. We finna give you some entertainment tonight. Duce, how you doing today, man? Let me ask you that.
I'm doing great, man. I finally got this job offer that I've been waiting for a while now. I mean, the job offer came in, but more so the background check went through. So just FYI for people that's getting jobs, like, make sure you get that background check clear before you try to tell people you got a new job, or before you think you got the job. You ain't got the job till that background check get cleared. So yes, that's really what happened today. So it's been a okay day. What about yourself, brother?
Listen, man, I'm good. This week, you already know. You see the Buckeye shit on, bro. You already know it's Saturday, bro. We game day. First day, we live. We fucking live.
What you talking about, the Steelers?
No, I was talking about, you see the Buckeye shit. This Chris Olave. We ain't get into now. 2 weeks from now, we're gonna talk NFL. Don't worry, we're gonna talk about NFL. We're gonna talk about NFL. Don't worry about that.
Say that.
NCAA, I'm a little nervous because Chip Kelly my OC, but we'll see how this shit goes. But going into the topics, because we got a long slate tonight, I just want to ask you, did you see that Blacc Sam interview with Big Boy?
So I ain't gonna lie to you, I did not see that interview. I saw clips, I saw snippets, and I somewhat know what the outline of the interview is about and what everybody is talking about. But I'd rather you discuss it because I didn't really watch it. I ain't watching it. I just seen clips and whatnot. But I could formulate what I want to say about that stuff anyways. But you go ahead and lead the way with that, bro.
Bet. So then I did see it. Wifey told me to go watch it. So I peeped it. For Blacc Sam, he kind of encompasses the whole weekend because part of Saturday includes a Sunday, and it's just really catching because basically they were having an argument. Well, they were at dinner, him and Nip, and they were having a discussion about like security and how they should roll with him to the store. But Nip, Nip being Nip was like, nah, nigga, what you mean security, blah, 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 blah. So you fast forward to that Sunday, and just like I said, for me being somebody that's not from the streets, you can kind of see where Sam was talking, where it led to. For sure, it was a hit. Clear as day. I don't want to put nobody's name on it, but the instances that it happened of some dude in Crenshaw where it's really just a known Crip area to wear a red shirt kind of throws you off. And for somebody that owns that strip, they know what's going on in and out. It's just, yeah, bro, that was a hit.
That was it. Well, just like you said, yeah, it was potentially a hit. Because we don't know. We ain't gonna know the real answer. We just could just assume, make educated assumptions. But what I would say is this. The downside about that situation is the fact that Nipsey did so much for that community, and that same community is the same one that rhymed him. That's a serious thing that we need to be talking about in regards to Black people in this country. It's not cool how it's us on us. We can't be talking about, those cultures, those people do the same thing to their people. We talking about us, bro. It's been a serious problem. It's bad. You got that man was doing so much good stuff. Like, and I actually started listening to his music a little bit after he died. I wasn't really a fan of his music, but we got to stop doing this stuff where it comes to violence against ourselves. It's like, this man put how much money in the hood? This man tried to motivate and inspire how many people? And them same people, the one that wanted to line you and kill you? Hey, man. Yeah. And this is not, he not the only one that's happened with. We talking about the Young Dolphs. Young Dolphs had street politics with Gotti. That's another story. But still, Young Dolph, PNB Rock, but still, his own people killed him. So, like, that's what it comes down to. That's why it hurts me to talk about watch those type of interviews, because that interview shouldn't even be going on. Nipsey be alive right now with his family chilling. You hit me,
right? Nah, and then to piggyback on what you're saying, I think for being from the community and what you see is just grown men as children. Because what I've realized, like, y'all not taking accountability for your actions or being responsible for your actions. And to me, it's just more of your conflict and resolution. It shouldn't get to a point where I need to kill you. We should be able to just squabble it up.
Squabble and call it a day.
Shake hands and call it a day. All that extra shit is ego, and y'all niggas act like bitches when it comes to y'all egos. Like, fact. So, get off that morbid topic. I want to get to the YSL case update. And I'm not going to lie, that shit is more entertaining than Law and Order.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely a very interesting case. It's all over the place.
And I don't know if niggas took what 50 did and put it in this case, because nigga, this shit is like Power Universe Atlanta. This shit is ridiculous.
Yeah.
them niggas got Brady violations, and the only reason why I know about a Brady violation is because of Angela Valdez. That's the only reason why I know what a Brady violation is.
Yeah.
That shit is ridiculous. My only thing is, bro, if I'm an Atlanta taxpayer, I'd be at that courthouse like, fam, wrap this shit up.
Yeah, for sure. It's that case is very interesting because like it's turned into comedy for us. It's turned into entertainment for us rather than it being like a legal situation. It's turned into comedy. Like, this is the first time I've seen such a comedic case, and it shouldn't be nothing against Lil Woody, but I think I'm in a group chat with my homies, some of my homies, and he was like, yo, he thinks that something might be wrong with Lil Woody. Like, he just might be a little bit, doesn't have a lot of education when it comes to talking and formulating the sentences fully. He doesn't sound like he knows what he's talking, like he's knowledgeable about anything. Like, the way he's formulating the sentences is throwing people off.
Right.
But nonetheless, that case is you don't know where it's going to go. We have no idea where it's going to go.
And that's my point right there, though. To me, all you have to do is plant that seed of reasonable doubt. And that's why, for me, I feel like, and don't get me wrong, if you do what you did, if you did that crime, you should go to jail.
Yeah, absolutely.
But what should not be happening is if they railroad you, we forcing you to do this, we forcing you to do that, the case is not formulated, the judge in the beginning is on bullshit, and now you got a new judge who's a little bit more temperamental and is kind of smart about the situation. But even still, some of her rulings, it's like, I don't know how you allow certain of that illegal shit to come in. Like I said, there's more entertaining than Law and Order. I don't know what 50 did down there, but them niggas thinking it's power. Shit is ridiculous, bro. Shit is ridiculous. I don't know how long this case is going to last. Because shit, fucking YNW Melly's been in jail for 6 years, and them niggas still ain't say he's guilty or non-guilty.
Yeah, so that's another interesting case, but that one has a lot of mistrials, too many mistrials. But we know YNW Melly is guilty as hell. We ain't got to talk about that one. He's out of there.
But bruh, I'm not gonna hold you though. If I was a juror, dog, it's a lot of reasonable doubt. The shit that fucked me up, and I'm gonna get to this. We'll get to the next topic.
Nah, you go.
When his lawyer said basically the way they found out YNW Melly did the killing was because of his phone. Because on your phone you got the steps. And his defense lawyer said, really? All right, bet. So I'm going to talk to you, and I'm going to shake this phone. And you're going to see how many steps it comes up to. And literally, he was just standing there shaking the phone, and the steps went crazy. So reasonable doubt. But if you smart.
What type of lawyer do he got?
Boy, that's what I was trying to figure out. I'm like, I know you got no money, nigga. Them honey buns ain't covering that.
That's genius right there. I mean, not necessarily genius, but that's like, that's a great point. You can't really utilize that as evidence.
Yeah.
Whatsoever.
So, hey, man. But let's talk about you. I know you had an emotional weekend this weekend. Your man's lost. He got washed. It was embarrassing.
Talking about Izzy?
Nigga.
I mean, yeah, it's so the thing about that fight, so when it comes to that fight right there, what I would say is this: the way UFC is going into, there was a period of UFC where it was a lot of decision matchups, like it'll go down to decision. That was what it was during the Rampage Jackson there. Then it transitioned into like KOs, a lot of KOs, because Dana White did what he had to do. Because when you're an owner of something like that and you run something like that, the keys are in your hand. You can say, yo, you got 3 fights. If you ain't getting no knockouts, we need to make money off this stuff. You get packed up. It's that simple. So with this fight, what I learned was UFC is transitioning into, you need to know how to do both things. You can't just know how to do knockouts. You gotta be able to know how to do submissions and stuff like that. You can't just know how to KO. It's not gonna work. And DDP, you watching that fight, he is an elite striker and an elite grappler. You get what I'm saying? So that was what led to the demise of Izzy in that matchup. But I like, if it wasn't for that 4th round, Izzy was gonna win that matchup.
My thing with Izzy,
if he didn't slip up, made that mistake, that was Izzy's matchup. I'm on him.
Nah, it was Izzy matchup. My thing was like, it looked like he gassed out. Like, to me, was one, you two invested into the headshots. Like, watching that fight, he was killing his body, and you could see DDP was getting gassed. So I'm like, bro, stop focusing on your head. Like, you can still get a knockout with a body shot. It's very, very easy. But I think Izzy got too egotistical, trying to like, yeah, like I'm gonna punch you in your mouth type shit. And it's like, nah, bro.
Absolutely, yeah. He slipped up. He slipped up. Yeah, he even admitted he made that mistake. Like, when you find somebody who knows how to grapple, you had to be on your P's and Q's throughout. Because if you watch how he lost that match with the submission, it was a slight mishap. But I promise you, if it went to the 5th round, Izzy was winning that match. He had more strikes, bro. It was like, if you look at the numbers, Izzy had like 200. It was bad. It was like 260. But the thing is, if you watched when DDP was hitting him, he was connecting. DDP was connecting, so Izzy was actually feeling them joints. So maybe when he had that knockout, Izzy was over there Woozy like, yo, DDP, that's a big boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you understand? Izzy is 6'4", he's lanky, slim. DDP is 5'11", all muscle, all brolic. You know what I'm saying? So he had that advantage in it, you know, with the submission wise.
I feel you, but I seen Izzy put down Alex Pothon, and I'm just saying, if you put Alex down, and that nigga basically walk around as a heavyweight in a middleweight division, hey, bro, I don't hear no excuses. Get the job done.
No excuses. I'm just saying, like, you gotta understand, DDP is a beast on that. DDP one of them boys.
He ain't Alex Pothon, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He ain't Alex. When Alex fight DDP and put that man in the shadow realm, y'all gonna be like, yeah, we need that trilogy. Well, is that the trilogy? Yeah, we trilogy. Yes, bro. Hey, man, like I said, I figured Izzy would have finished it. I'm happy I put money on it. I seen your boy Drake put a bet on him, and I was like, yeah, I'm happy I put no money on him. As soon as I see that boy Aubrey put that bread up there, did you see his record? I just want to let you. I just want to ask.
No, Drake's record when it comes to those stuff is pretty bad. But you know, he did win that Super Bowl bet. So it's not like he losing all the time. He won that Super Bowl bet.
Well, everybody's gonna win when you put your money on Biracial Wonder. When you put your money on Biracial Wonder, number 15, you gonna clear your bet out, bro.
Yeah, he one of the ones probably. I don't know if Pat will ever get to the 7th ring, but
he getting there. And I remember that. I remember that. We had that conversation. I told you, bro, he gonna get there. He gonna get close.
To the 7th, he probably might get 5 or 6. I'll give him 6.
We gonna talk about that later. So next topic. Did you see the Disney stuff about my man's?
You talking about RP3 and Sam Ponder? How they kicked them out from ESPN? Oh, Disney? What you talking about?
I don't know if you saw this article, but it was about this man and his wife. So I think in 2018 or 2019, I'm getting my facts messed up, but 2019, they went to Disneyland. His wife passed away at Disneyland. So he sued them. Wrongful lawsuit. So recently they went to court and Disney was trying to fight him, saying because he signed up for Disney Plus, it absolved them of any wrongdoings that happened to his wife.
Because he signed up for Disney Plus?
Yes. Because it was something about in the fine print that they wouldn't be held liable or responsible for death. And on his shit that he signed, so
maybe we should start reading those freaking agreements that would be signing.
I'm just gonna let you know, brother Duce, it's too late. Nigga, they got all our data. We can sign that shit. Listen, I don't look at nothing when that iPhone come. I just hit accept and agree, keep my phone.
There might be an alien trying to do an investigation on your phone, so you might have to start looking into that stuff.
Hey, man, I ain't no fucking lawyer. That's my point, though. I'm like, goddamn, gotta read everything. I just thought that was crazy. I'm like, yo, Disney, y'all pieces of shit. Just pay the man. Like, I'm thinking a couple million would just get him away. Why would you try to fight that? Like, that's just crazy to me. I'm just like, yeah, y'all pieces of shit, man. Let's get over.
For sure. But damn, that's crazy. I thought you were talking about Disney being pieces of shit because they fired RG3 and Sam Ponder. They talking about us for money. Let's talk about that. That's Disney being pieces of crap right there.
They had to pay your boy.
Who? Stephen A?
Mike Greenberg.
Mike Greenberg? Oh, for the Jets? The Jets reporter?
No, Green. Well, is he a Jets reporter? I thought he was just like...
I know he's a Jets fan.
They fired Sam Ponder and RG3 to give him his bread because he's going and taking Sam Ponder's job. He's taking over Sunday NFL Countdown, what they doing at noon. So they fired them to pay him to go do Sundays. That was the whole thing. So, I mean, I feel like RG3 is gonna land on his feet either way. He should get a college football job somewhere. Like he should be entertainment commentating somewhere. Like just too much gas. Like it's just for RG3, and he's too funny. I feel like you need to keep him around. Like with his connection with people on Twitter is gas. Like I don't know how you got rid of RG3. It's just kind of captain me.
Nah, yeah. I mean, especially with what he was doing recently with that croissant and all that. The timing was crazy.
Nah, that timing was like, yeah, bro, they got you out of there because you doing some bad shit.
Like the timing was terrible. Like that might be why. Like he too much of a distraction. You so worried about Twitter, right? They're making those good. And they had a thread of all the funny stuff that RG3 had said. I don't know if you saw that thread. I'll show it to you later, but that thread was crazy. They had a thread that RG3 was saying some stuff.
Oh yeah, no, I did see that. Yeah,
right.
But I mean,
saying all types of stuff, man.
In marketing, all publicity is good publicity, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. If the people's talking, it's straight.
Nah, for sure. But whatchamacallit? Let's talk about Skip Bayless.
R.I.P. to that man. Listen, as soon as he got rid of Shannon, bro,
Yeah, so
as soon as he got rid of Shannon, I felt like the right was already on the wall.
yeah, it's over for him. The thing about Skip, one thing people need to stop downplaying is the fact that he's done a lot of stuff for brothers, like a lot of stuff for brothers. Like it's you can't even compare. Like he'd rather go with a brother than somebody that works for ESPN, like a Mad Dog or like a what you call like a Greenberg, for example. You know, Adam Schefter. He would go for a retired Hall of Fame football player than any of them. So you gotta give him his flowers where it's due. He's done a lot for people, but the thing is, he oversteps his power. That's what went wrong with Skip. He oversteps his power. He takes it too serious. Like you gotta respect your people at the same time. You can't just try to take advantage of these people and make it seem as if they're underneath you. Like don't belittle your people that you work with. Rule number one: do not belittle who you're working with, because that's how you build up animosity. That's how you build up the hate that you get. And that's where you're at right now.
And Skip should always get his flowers because he brought this debate shit to the forefront. Absolutely. Without him grabbing Stephen A. Smith and not them running up them numbers on ESPN, being number one on First Take, we don't know where this debate shit would be. It'd probably kind of be somewhere where Jason Whitlock is just running his fat ass mouth. But Skip did a lot of shit.
You can say what you want about Jason Whitlock running his fat ass mouth, but it's worked for him. It's worked for him. He has a lot of haters, but it's worked for him.
It's a double-edged sword because where he should be is kind of where Skip is. But once you start burning your bridges, and that's what I've realized with Jason Whitlock, he's burnt a lot of bridges. You got to kind of stand on your own and just sink in your own ship at that point.
Yeah, so again, but he somewhat has a fan base. I don't know how he got one.
Not everybody got. Listen, Kyle Rittenhouse got a fan base. All these goofy niggas got a fan base. Academics got a huge fan base, and they goofy.
Yeah. I mean, academics is himself. He's unique. I wouldn't say he's goofy. He's unique. He provides a lot for the culture. There's some goofy things he might do, but he provides a lot for the culture. Like I said, there's some goofy things he does, but he provides a lot for the culture. I'm playing neutral. Being realistic here because he does do a lot for the culture. He puts a lot of effort into it too. You know, nobody else is single-handedly putting as much effort as ASAKE is.
That's true.
But yeah.
All right. So let me get to this topic because this was interesting. I saw this that you put up there. Does Kerr dislike Celtics players?
Absolutely. Absolutely has a grudge on the Celtics player. Kerr definitely has a grudge on the Celtics player. With Jason Tatum, there's no reason why anybody shouldn't be playing Jason Tatum. There's no reason why nobody should be playing Jason Tatum. Not MVP, I was about to say MVP, but one of the best players in the league. Just won the NBA Finals, the NBA 2K25 cover. Why is he not the cover? Why is he not getting playing time on a team like that? He should have been a starting lineup. You could figure out a way to make it work. These are professional athletes, the best ones we have. They will figure out a way to make it work. They would have won if he was starting it. He deserved to get started. So now that puts a funny taste into Tatum's tongue. And then you add on the fact that they took Derek White over Jaylen Brown. Now that's where you start talking about the politics when it comes to sports brands and all that. That's so freaking corny. Because the root of that is because Jaylen Brown's the only person that actually defended Kyrie Irving.
And
there's no other reason why these people were not playing on the team. Kyrie Irving, Jaylen Brown should have been playing on the team. There's no reason why he was not playing on the team.
I agree with you 100% with that. I just feel like, the politics with everything's going on. And the funny thing is, to me, after seeing what happened at the Olympics, it was like, you know what? At that point, you could have had the Jaylen Brown incident because homegirl calling the boxer a dude when she's been biologically a woman the whole time. I feel like that put a damper on some shit. That put a damper on it. Y'all having the little...
I want to make an apology to Aman Khalif for her.
Oh, I'm about to get out the camera. You on that lawsuit, big dog. Hold up.
I'm not no lawsuit. I don't have no... I'm not Logan Paul, but I do want to make an apology for assuming that was Iman Khalif was born a man. I kind of just went based off the fact that I saw those big media blogs jump into that conclusion, and that's when I realized, I always knew that you can't believe everything the media says, but when something like this is going on, it's kind of hard for you to try to question what the media is talking about when it's so much people of power and so many medias of power assuming that this was born a man, this was born a man. Then just the fact that Italian girl got off the mat after 10 seconds, then you start looking at the history of her. She's a born quitter. It's like, why wasn't you seeing this prior? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you see, like, she's a born quitter. All she do is quit on fights. And this time around, she tried to ruin a great moment for that lady, man. And I don't know why I didn't think to myself, she is from Algeria. Any Muslim country, they don't play that. They don't play that stuff. No, they don't do that. They don't support none of that stuff. I should have thought of that instantaneously. I don't know why I didn't. But oh well. I thought that maybe they might have made that one like a little okay. Let's get it, man, Khalif, and then that's what I thought. Yeah, like I said, I apologize to her and family and the whole nation, you know. And I think she won gold too, so salute to her.
Yeah, no, she did win gold. But to answer your question, this is why it's the greatest podcast in the world, because we segue to mad shit, but I'm going to answer your question because I didn't answer your question. Does Kerr dislike Celtics players? I don't think he dislikes Celtics players. I feel like it's a conflict of interest, though, because I feel like he did that shit because I think mentally he thinks Tatum is weak. So I feel like by you keeping him on the bench after him having that stellar performance he had in the finals, well, kind of stellar, because I feel like Jaylen Brown should have been the finals MVP, but that's here nor there. You having his wife out there with the baby that just got born and you not playing him, I feel like it was more of a mental game that he's playing.
That was grimy. I ain't gonna lie. I felt bad. I was like, man, this is a good guy too.
Man, you know how tight I'd have been if you made me come to fucking Paris and I got LMA with me and she ain't seeing me ball? Yeah. I'd have slapped the shit out of Steve Kerr. Fuck that.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Bro. OD. But keep it on the top of the Olympics, bro. Do you see Noah Lyles beef on everybody?
Who? Noah Lyles? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I really think that Noah Lyles is he's feeding into Noah Lyles is definitely feeding into the negativity. That's number one thing when it comes to marketing and fame. It don't matter what the topic is. For example, not to segue too much, but there was that one guy, Life and Scars. I don't know if you remember when he had said, "Oh, it's okay to do domestic violence to his partner." I don't know if you heard about that. Then what did he turn into talking about? Yeah, it's real. And what he ended up doing after that was the crazy thing. Like he was literally just crashing out, adding on to that. Like that's what he does. Like getting into details on how he goes about doing it. He just embraced that role. It didn't lead well for him because I haven't heard from him or saw from him in a while. I think he should be in jail. I'm pretty sure he probably is in jail right now. But that's what Noah Lyles is doing right now. Everybody already thinks of him as the bad guy, negative guy, mean guy. You know damn what that man sitting back saying, man, I might as well just feed into the role. It's gonna keep him famous, it's gonna keep him known. So don't be a fool about what Noah Lyles is doing. Just listen to what he's doing and just laugh at it. It's insane.
That's what I did when he made me laugh when he was like, "Who's the cheetah guy?" And I was like, "Bro, y'all signed to Adidas. Like y'all on the same."
I think I seen you do that. I think I seen you mention that.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, y'all on the same. Like I ain't playing with him, but I mean, it's kind of funny. I like it because you know what? We need the villain. Everybody wants to be clean cut, cookie cut. Nah, bro. We need to root for the villains and we need to write for the heroes too, bro. They coexist for a reason. They're one and the same. We need that both.
Definitely.
Lead us into this next topic because with me,
Playboi Carti, mysteriousness.
What do you mean by that?
So first of all, you bumped Playboi Carti.
I do not.
Well, have you years ago heard of him or aware of his music, anything like that?
The only two songs that I think I've played singles by Playboi Carti, I think is the Woke Up Like This and Magnolia. I tried to give Die Lit a listen, and when you don't give me no lyrics and you just doing sound effects and shit, I just turn shit off.
So what I want to say is, as somebody I'm a fan of all types of music, right? If it sounds good, it sounds unique to me, it sounds dope, I'll rock out with it. So what I want to say is the mysteriousness of him. Just the fact that you don't really know much about him explains the fact that why is he so mysterious. I don't understand this guy. He drops an album every 4 years. You want to prime your career, but I guess that he only just wants to put effort in towards his live performances, which is fine because his cult-based following is rooting and jacking it and supporting it. But the mysterious act has to stop. You know, like, I don't know how long this is going to end, but it's like we're not even getting no interviews. We don't know nothing about you at all. Like, it's pretty weird. Then just that last song we had with Lotto, they didn't clear his verse. Like, what are we doing? And it's the same issue ever and ever again. He said he got an album coming out this year. So this is my question to the world. Will that album drop at the end of this year? He said 2024 is going to be music from January. Will that album drop at the end of this year? Let me know. I just need to know. But yeah, that's that with that. You know. So yeah, tap into him though, see what you like some of his music maybe.
I mean, I'll double back. I'm not gonna lie to you. Me and my girl had an argument about what's that verse on him and Future shit. Type shit.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that damn verse by him. That shit is terrible.
It's smooth. It's smooth. You gotta listen to his voice. It's smooth.
But then my girl was like, I ain't gonna hold you. Like, it's growing on me. And then she started doing the mumbling shit, and I was like, all right, y'all both y'all niggas confused me. I was like,
you funny. It's a unique sound.
And that's my thing. Like, I'm cool when you have a unique sound because I look at everybody's voice as an instrument. For me, your instrument got to flow well with everything that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like sometimes his voice, it just don't match. Like, it's just, it's a little too risque. The only thing I think the last verse I really liked from him, I think he had something on Donda with Ye, and I think that shit was fire. And I was bumping that.
He got a couple. You talking about Donda? Yeah. I be bumping. I think I know what you're talking about because he got some songs on the Vultures one too. I don't know.
I got to double back on Vultures too. I couldn't get past, I think, track 3. I got to go back to that. I'm bad though listening to music now. I used to be good on my music tip, but I'm terrible. But let's talk about shit. Your girl though. Let's bring your girl up to the forefront. Let's bring your girl to the forefront, Duce.
What you want to say? What you
mean what I say? Get that ghetto, ugly ass, hood princess hoe out of here. What is you selling to these children, bro? I'm cool with the music. Music, no problem. Get it sexy. Get it sexy. I'm cool with that. The lip gloss with them names, get that shit the fuck out of here, dog. Sorry.
I'm 100% with you. So now let's talk about Sexyy Red. All right, so let's talk about Sexyy Red, man. I'm disappointed, but to be honest with you, from when she came into the scene, I've been disappointed with Sexyy Red because it's just negative. It's a negative influence to the youth. However, I would say this: the music be bopping, the music fire, the music is hard. Like I'm a supporter of the music. I'm just not fully a supporter of what it does to the community. But the music is fire, bro. Like, bow, bow, bow. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my baby dad ski. Like, she got so many hits, man. The music is fire. Her sound, I like that accent. I'm a fan of her. But damn lip glosses, I don't know if that's even going to sell. But the crazy thing is, she been doing that even before she got famous. She was selling those lip glosses with those crazy names. So, yeah, basically, she just play some more money into those lip glosses. And it's the first time you saw something that has such a unique twist to it. Name them STD colors. It's going to bring attention to it. It's going to be marketable. But I'll be damned if I see my shorty buying something that say gonorrhea and utilizing that as her lip gloss. Like, do you know how automatically gross you look and sound if you're utilizing that? What does that smell? What would that smell like? Would it smell like strawberries? Or would it smell like rotten cheese? What is that lip gloss going to smell like?
Not going. If my girl said, "Yeah, babe, I want to get the sex on my period lip gloss," I don't know if I could look at it the same. Like, it's just, what the fuck is you talking about right now?
Like, no.
I'd rather you go broke
crazy.
trying to buy some Fenty shit. I'd rather you go broke buy some Fenty shit.
Like, and another thing too, there has to be there has to be terminology that could be used for this thing. Just like I was talking about with the no Lyles thing, like how he's just feeding into that stuff. That's how that's what it comes with it. So I guess Sexyy Red is feeding into that ego that the industry in the world is putting onto her. Okay, you're a negative influence to the community, to the world, and you're ghetto as hell. She just added on to it and just feeding into it. And you really can't blame her because how is she going to really stay? How else is she going to really stay relevant? On top of me, because I ain't gonna lie, I'm a fan of her. That last tape she did all right. It was okay. The first one was a little better. This tape she did, well, I know all that. It was cool. Had a couple bops, even on with Drake. I'm like, y'all really like this song?
I'm surprised hearing that for you. I was about to ask you, did you really like that song? Because, I mean, don't get me wrong. Be catchy, it's smooth, but maybe you should have had Drake sing the hook or something, because you doing that tone deaf didn't sound the greatest.
Didn't sound great at all. It's crazy. No. And then, I don't know if you peep, Chief Keef over there getting his toes licked by her on her story. And I'm going based off the timestamp because there's no reason why 3 hours earlier that day, you were celebrating his birthday. You was with Chief Keef. Y'all was over there looking cute and all that. Then 3 hours later, it's a man's toes, a man's feet. That was Chief Keef's feet getting licked on by Sexyy Red. And Chief Keef, damn shame on you for doing that. You came a long way. This is how you want to be known for, being the sidekick of Sexyy. You over there getting your feet licked on like, what happened?
But they said they homies though, and that's how they play. So I figured
they homies, but you got it's levels to homies, man.
Hey man,
me, bro. It probably might not even be him that happened to, but hey.
You never know. But so new music dropped last week. Like I said, I'm trying to get better on listening to albums.
Hey, don't worry. I'll get you right. I'll get you right. Don't worry.
Yeah. Well, nah, I mean, I'm tapping in. I see what you be posting on Instagram. I'm like, oh, hold up, let me listen 30 seconds of this. All right, this cool. I can probably listen to that a little later.
I got a very wide range of music, man. It kind of goes based off of moods because I've always been in tune with music. You know me, in high school. I always been in tune with like trying to see the new thing and see what's hot, right? And then it gets tiring listening to the same stuff. So I try to diversify my portfolio of what I bump to. But now it's really going based off of moods and what sounds right. To be honest, that's kind of where I'm at in life, and I feel like you probably at that stage of life too, where you probably want to bump something based off moods. You was just on vacation with your shorty. I promise you, was y'all playing some ratchet shit and some Caribbean shit?
Nah, we really don't be playing. When me and Shorty together, we playing R&B. Like R&B is our bag.
Yeah. You get me. That's what I meant. Like mood set of music.
R&B, like we gotta be R&B, some tropical. Yeah, we was in DR. We had, I had the Chris Brown. I'm a Chris Brown here, so Chris Brown was bumping.
Chris Brown a goat for sure. Glad we could agree on that.
Yeah, that's the only thing we're gonna agree. That's the only thing we're gonna agree on. But yeah, it depends on the mood. I mean, like I said last week, I tried to listen to Latto's album. I feel like I find artists at certain at they peak. So for me with Latto, I think the last album that she had was the 777. I like that album. This album, I was like, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. The only songs I really fuck with is the songs I already know, which was Put It on the Floor, Sunday Service. Big Mama's cool. What I can read from this album, she had a lot of influence, and I wouldn't be surprised if Drake penned a lot of that shit. Because it was a lot of Drake's flows, his cadences, even that one part in Big Mama where she like repetitive with the verse. I'm like, that's something Drake does on his shit.
So if you want to get deeper into it, we all know that Latto boyfriend is 21 Savage.
For sure.
Who was Drake just on tour with, and who did Drake just make an album?
21.
Thank you. And in addition to that, how did she get onto Drake's song on that plot twist thing out of nowhere? So that's probably what it is. Latto is connected with Drake now because of 21 Savage, her boyfriend that she's scared to tell the world about.
Well, I mean, you missing another key piece in that too, though, and that's what the internet tried to throw that in there, and I'm like, I mean, I guess you can't do that, but another reason why you can see that Drake kind of penned it is he's dealing with her sister.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I mean, kind of makes sense. It's not that far fetched, but to me, it's just I don't know what it is with Latto, and I think we might have put too much of a higher expectations on her just because of that record with Mariah, because it did get the fuck out of here.
Absolutely.
But I just feel like it's hard to try to meet that height again. I don't think the music is bad. To me, it's very, very repetitive, and I am, like you say, I like to hear different shit. But how'd you feel about the Latto album?
So I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not really a big fan of Latto because I feel like, to be honest, I feel like nothing against Latto, but her come up, it doesn't resonate with the lane that she's doing her music. Her come up is not following the lane that she came up. She came up underneath great guidance, great mother, great father, loving home. And she was on the rap show, if I'm not mistaken, his name is the show. So it's like anybody on that show, the rap game, based off of the people and the dynamics of the people that was on that show, it didn't seem to be that these artists came from the struggle or came from humble beginnings. None of those people did, respectfully. Great show, great opportunity, but none of them did. That's how she came. And when you look at pictures of Latto back in 2016 or 2017, like, what we talking about here, my guy? So, and then now, mama, like she's some ratchet girl that came from Clayco County, whatever. The Atlanteans, they be talking about her. I'm not being a hater. I'm just speaking on why the music ain't really resonate to me. It just sounds cringe. Sounds like she's trying to add a sound, a flavor, of something that's not fully her. She might be a suburban girl. I don't know, but it's given suburban. So, that's why I could just never really vouch for the music. And I think that I have a valid reason to just not really rock out with the music. Like her album was called Queen of the South, the one before this one, Queen of the South with an F, the South. Like, what we doing here, man? So I don't know, man. But I did play it. I like the flows. I like the sounds. Whatchamacallit? My favorite song was Blacc Sam on it. And guess who was on it? Carti was on that one. That's the one that he got his verse scrapped off because he didn't put his verse in on time. So that was the song that he had that got taken off because he didn't put his verse in on time. So that song was hard when it had Carti on it. I didn't hear it. I didn't really like it with her just on it because she had to add a fill-in verse. And then, so yeah, that was that, So
Yeah. And the funny thing is, the best explanation I can bring it to, Latto kind of reminds me of Lauren London and ATL.
Mm-hmm.
Like Nunu.
I like that. I like that.
Like she Nunu.
Really
like
like
that's
that.
all I can think of.
I really like that example. You know, great family, great home, but she just love her niggas.
You know, man, you trying to be at the Cascade, you really don't talk like that. 4.0 GPA.
Crazy, bro. That is crazy, bro. That's a crazy example. Nunu is basically modern day Latto. I want to know if Nunu likes Latto's music. I need to find that out. And but another thing too that we could add on. Do you know why a lot of these artists are having issues, especially these female artists, these women artists? Do you know why they're having an issue? Like they're not doing as well as some certain lady that's the GOAT of women artists. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Nicki Minaj. Latto got issues with Nicki Minaj. Carti B got issues with Nicki Minaj. Who else? There's like Gorilla, if I'm not mistaken, got issues with Nicki Minaj. Damn near anybody who sides with like Carti or sides with like Latto or anything like that, their career sadly starts to plummet downhill. When you siding with Nicki though, that's like right there. That's like your holy grail. Like if you peep, when Ice Spice was doing music with Nicki Minaj, and what happened to her album? I promise you, if she had Nicki verse on this album that just came out, she was going to kick up. I promise you. I promise you, she was going to kick up. If Ice Spice had Nicki Minaj on her album, it would have done way better than it did, and she would have had better guidance. She would have had a better executive production because that album was not it. Her mixtape was better than that. So yeah, that's that. That's what I gotta say about that. Just keep a mind for that. Keep a watch on that. So now,
what you're saying is though, before I let you go, if we talk about the next album, right? So what you're saying?
Now, next time we still talking about artists, by the way, because we got other ones. Yeah. Good.
So what you're saying is anybody that beefs with a young Marty artist that was already at the top, that artist that they beef with usually blackballs them.
Not Young Money. I'm just talking about Nicki.
Well, I mean, she got a counterpart that do the same thing. If we gonna be honest.
I mean, it's different though. I know what you're talking about. You're trying to talk about Drake, but it's different though.
How's
because people that don't do well with Drake, they still tend to do all right.
Not true.
If we talking about Pusha T still gets damn near the same numbers that he had.
What happened with Drum?
Drum? I mean, DRAM?
Broccoli. I like that cha-cha.
Yeah, all right. Drum and I love McConan, but come on, bro. Those was not. Nah. You can't add Fetty Wap into that, bro.
You can't add Fetty Wap right into that, bro.
Nah, you can't add Fetty Wap.
How can you not?
Because Fetty Wap's downfall is different.
How was it different?
Fetty Wap's downfall was different. Fetty Wap's downfall was off the strength of the fact that I'm pretty sure it was a label issue thing because he was signed at 300. It had nothing to do with Drake, bro. It had nothing to do with Drake. And who was the all right? If you want to talk about this, then the difference is with Nicki, there's Nicki and then there's Cardi B. Like you gotta pick a side for women artists. With male artists, you don't necessarily gotta pick a side because both sides are still dominant in their crowds. You can pick Drake's side, you still can do somewhat okay. Because 21 Savage probably gonna drop an album, he's still gonna do all right. Who else? Who sided with Kendrick that's pretty successful on his last time?
See, you conflate two things. You conflate into two things. What I'm trying to say is, if we had a relationship, a pseudo relationship, and then you start blackballing me and start doing fuck shit, that leads to my downfall. So the Fetty Wap shit, I always love talking about the Fetty Wap shit because his label was never the issue. The nigga signed a $50,000 advance.
Yeah.
He recouped that money off of Trap Clean alone. Yeah. Everything else was profit. So when you say, yo, listen, Drake, not even. Drake called Fetty. Yo, I want to hop on my way. Listen, Drake, I really can't.
Yeah, he did the dumb shit. He ain't released the shit with Drake on it.
And he doing the same shit that he doing with Yachty right now. So I'm going to cut your verse. Fuck it, I'm going to leak it, though. And now I'm going to have to put it out. But anyway, let's talk about the new music. We'll get to that nigga later. Anyway.
ASAKE, did you bump his album?
Bro, that's the album for me. That was the album of the week. Because that shit was fire. The only thing I did not like, I understand what they be doing when they try to get like that popular American artist to cross over. Yeah. I'm tired of hearing Travis Scott on shit. I'm sorry.
I feel that. No, I feel you.
I don't need Travis Scott on
I feel you. So before I even get to talking about ASAKE album, right? Because I'm really passionate about that topic because he's a Nigerian artist. Latto album went number 15 on the US Billboard, right? I don't know if you know your word. ASAKE album 115 on the US Billboard. So this is just it pisses me off. I ain't gonna lie. Why did ASAKE's album go 115 on the Billboard? There's no reason why that should have happened. There's no reason why that should have happened. It had quality. It had great music. He had artists from all over the world. So I don't know how those units from Travis Scott's verse on that album didn't add anything to it. Those units from Central C's peoples in London didn't add any value to that. Didn't add any units to that. I don't know how those units from the Brazilian artists he had didn't add any units to that. Then he had Wizkid, the best Nigerian artist. And that album, to me, no cap, the best album of the year. And I'm not just saying that because he's an African artist. I'm saying that because it's very fire. The sound, the music, the content of what he's talking about. It's disturbing that music is just so like, what's the word for it? It's like blackballing. It's like shadow banning.
It's cookie cutter. We just want to hear the popular sound. Yeah, whatever's popular, like, that's what we're gonna gravitate to.
Bro, if it's not Hispanic artist or Latin artist, because Bad Bunny's album went #1 on the Billboard, if I'm not mistaken. He's the best Puerto Rican Latin artist in the world right now, hands down. If you understand a word of Spanish, you can probably do a little something. Do I understand? I can do a little something. But I don't understand nothing he's doing. So if people want to say, oh, it's not American, you can't be playing that game no more, bro. What's going on with the music industry? Why somebody like ASAKE's fire ass album, and he could sell out any crowd too. On top of that, Google it. Do your Googles. Do your knowledge. Like Onyx just said. Do your knowledge. He's selling out crowds. He was at Barclays last year. He about to be at Barclays in the Madison Square Garden in like a month. It's gonna sell out. He was just at the DC Stadium where the Wizards play. It's gonna sell out. What's happening with the music industry? What's going on? I really like to know. Like how? What am I missing here?
It's a weird shit. Like I said, I think it's more your branding. Like I don't think it matters about the music no more. I think it's what you bring to the table and your leverage. Like if you can't bring an endorsement deal, like getting back to Lotto, when you get with Lotto, right, you're bringing some, and I would even say Lotto because I really didn't know her deals like that, but more like a Megan, right? When you're dealing like with a Meg Thee Stallion and her shit going #1, you're bringing Popeyes to the forefront. You're bringing Planet Fitness. So I think it's more of the name that it brings itself. I think right now, I believe right now we're so desensitized. We don't give a fuck about the music no more. We just care about the person. Mm-hmm. I want to support the person, whatever they're doing. I'm not really listening to the music, but whatever you do though, branding wise, deal wise, they're going to support that. So I can see why Lotto got higher than that. If you want to talk pure music, there's no conversation that we're having that ASAKE had the album. Like, Lotto's -55 to me. Like, point blank period.
That didn't make no sense to me, bro. Like, it's actually pretty disturbing that situation with Lotto. I mean, not Lotto with ASAKE, the music industry, but we're gonna find out what's going on with this music industry soon as we dive in with these episodes. We're gonna dig in it and we're gonna figure out what's going on, bro. Because something ain't right. I don't know if you ain't observing it, but something ain't right. Something is not right.
Listen, bro, I've been saying for the past.
Did you see Polo G's album sales?
I've been saying for the past maybe 6 to 8 months, and for me, because I love hip hop is dead, bro. Mm-hmm. Like I remember when they used to say that shit is dead, but looking at them album sales, 27,000 first week, 32,000 this week, 39,000. This shit is going, bro. This shit is going, and maybe it's the messaging in the music. That's my only thinking. Like maybe it's just the messaging. Maybe
the content ain't valid.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Maybe. I don't know. But it's definitely upsetting to see what's going on with the industry. Like, what's going on, man? What happened to the Kanye West? I mean, we still have him, but, he's going. He's freaking about to be 50. You get what I'm saying? Where are our newer artists, man? Like, where are our actual artists? And ASAKE is one of them. That's why I'm upset that we're not giving him his flowers now that we need to. But when 6ix9ine was around, everybody wanted to bump 6ix9ine, though, right?
But that's like I said, that's what it is. Everybody wouldn't just follow the trend and the fad. We can't break out of our own box and see what's new and what we like. But I think you have a question. You have a question you want to ask me or something?
Yeah. Who the hell is Kenyon Dixon?
Oh, Kenyon Dixon, R&B artist. I'm back in my R&B bag, bro. I told you I'm a heavy R&B guy. Kenyon Dixon. I've seen this name a couple of times before. I wasn't really in tune with his music. He dropped a new album last week. I did play a little bit of it. My issue with a lot of these R&B or acts now is your lyrics. What you saying in there? I'm a nigga. I like to sing about love. I need to hear about love. I go platinum in the shower every time I sing. Just how I drop my albums. But it's certain with the lyrics I just can't get with. Beautiful voice. The instruments beautiful, but it's just like certain shit just don't be connected for me. The dope R&B album is a little bit different from what you're used to. I tell you, go get a listen to. Like me, I'm a big fan of Snow Allegra. Those feelings, that's my shit. But that last album, it kind of on the same space as the Kenyon Dixon album. So it's like, it's not bad. I got to re-listen to it. I only heard it once, so I always got to go back and hear it a couple times, 3 different times. Make sure I pass the car test. Make sure I can smoke to it. But I mean, it's not a bad album. If you in the R&B, I would say check it out for sure. He has some other shit that's not.
I am in the R&B, but
Yeah.
But yeah, I am an R&B fan for sure. I was just at PNB concert last couple Mondays ago. And speaking about PNB live, he's not a great performer live. That's another story. We'll talk about that. But I do like Snow Allegra. Sidebar, I do like Snow Allegra. She's pretty dope. I like Dying for Your Love. She had a song with Division 2.
Oh, that's my shit. Muse, that's my shit.
I think it's called Between Us.
Oh, Between Us. You're right. That's it. My fault. That's my shit. It was on the album called Muse or something like that.
Yeah. A Muse before something.
Yeah, that's my shit. That's one of my favorite Snow songs. I think that might be the last Snow song I like because that last album was cringeworthy.
It was not it.
Not it. I think the only.
You understand though, because we're Snow Allegra from freaking Sweden or something like that. So you gotta understand the cultural difference. That cringeness is gonna come regardless.
No, I mean the cringeness because it's like you trying to sound to the radio single. Like when you hear Those Feelings, like when you hear Whoa, I Want You Around. She totally got away from that sound and went to go do something different, and it didn't hit. It doesn't resonate. So that's why I call it cringy because it's kind of like did a little too much. Personally.
Where. So what are we talking about next? Kendrick dropping out. You asked that question. Let me ask you that question.
That was a question.
That's a visual question. You want to ask me or you want me to ask you?
You ask me because I know you. That's the question you want to ask me. I'm gonna smoke as soon as it's.
Yeah, no. I mean, I ain't got nothing against Cuz, bro. Like I was just at this spot on Sunday. They was playing Not Like Us, and I definitely turned it up too. So it just naturally hit.
Time out. You did what to Not Like Us?
I was turning up to it, rapping it and everything.
You rap the lyrics to Not Like Us?
For sure. It's a good song. Good
nigga, great. So you feel like
it's a great song, bro. It's a great song. Respectfully.
Right, let me answer your question.
What's up? Yeah. The question is, will Kendrick drop album for the year?
It's tricky from a fan perspective because I'm gonna talk to you after this because I've been doing a lot of research on the Drake and Kendrick stuff. It's starting to make a lot of sense now how they line up. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think he might. I think the issue is he probably did those 10 diss songs to Drake, and now he has to figure out how to restructure them to make it sound radio friendly because it's clearly going to be a club bop. He's probably going to still sound with that Not Like Us, especially that snippet that he gave us in the front of the video.
Yup. What's crazy is when you were an artist at that caliber, at that level, at that Drake and Kendrick level, respectfully, when you are an artist at that caliber, you have the skill set and the talent to do any type of thing with your sound that you want because you put in that work already. You've done the experimenting. Like Kendrick's at that point where he can do whatever the hell he wants. It's going to sound fire. Same with Drake. You can do whatever he wants. It's still going to sound fire, respectfully. And what I observed was you hear Not Like Us, how fast that shit was dropped. Mind you get what I'm saying? How fast he dropped Not Like Us, and then you hear that woke up looking for the hot. So that means that, you know what that means, Armand? He got like 10 more of them type of tunes in the tuck because it's so easy. It's so fluid. It comes out of him so simple. Do you hear how simple both of those songs sounded for him? Like, when you know music, bro, you know what I'm talking about. I'm getting happy about this shit. Because when you know musicians, bro, and me, I like Drake over Kendrick. I'm just being realistic and honest right now. Like, when you know music, bro, you can hear when it's like, yo, damn, he having writer's block. Kendrick didn't have no writer's block when I like he ain't had no writer's block for that whole beef, respectively. Same with Drake. Well, Drake probably did with that last one. That's why the heart, he definitely probably had a writer's block. He was just kind of just said, let me just, toss the white flag. It is what it is type thing. You get me? Like now it's been months. Yeah, that's the white flag. It's cool. But yo, that song, you hear that woke up looking for the hot leap, for the air. So I'm like, oh yeah, he done came with a new sound. This shit right. But he needs to drop it. He need to drop that song. He need to get it out of his head and just drop it, then drop another song that sounds like that too, then drop another one that got somebody that's featured on that joint. Then after that, just drop an album. He's a genius. He know what he's doing. He can figure that shit out. Drop an album after that, bro.
So I don't think it's writer's block.
It ain't writer's block. It's more so business. It's business.
And that's the point.
Yeah, so business, and in addition to that, it's like, all right, let me say what I think it is, then I'm gonna let you rock out. What I really think the thing with Kendrick, why he's moving so calculated, I really, really think he's just trying to scope the scenery out right now. Embrace this moment in a way where it's like, you got to move smart right now. Because anything you do after this, what you think is going to tie into automatically, it's going to tie into that. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. I feel like the perfect thing that could have possibly happened in a time like this is if Drake speaks up and says something about this stuff and kind of just, but that won't happen. And same with Kendrick, that won't happen. It has to be like, or maybe Drake just, I don't know, maybe drops an album, drops something. Then he gives, then Kendrick take a sweet time and say, okay, cool. 6 months later, drop your album. Because automatically it's always going to be a challenge. It's going to, even after this beef thing, it's going to be the conversation going to be, okay, who album was better?
Always. I mean, for me.
But my answer to that question, though, will Kendrick drop album this year is done? Yes, I think he is.
And the funny thing is, I'm going to go with no. Okay. Just because the way Kendrick has been moving through this whole beef is very, very strategic. It feels very, very 2000-ish, where you actually work a record, you actually work that shit into the ground where it's no longer popular, and then you come up with, like, he's actually working his album. The way I'm seeing Kendrick, I do honestly think he's waiting for Drake to say something. I feel like he got somebody's in his ear saying, yo, Drake is saying something else, and then he gonna have to address it. I personally feel like that. I think he's gonna draw it out. I wouldn't be surprised if he drops an album probably around, because I was going through his discography the other day. I wouldn't be surprised if he drops an album around February, March, because that's where he usually is at. And to me, he likes to tie in things.
See, bro, I wish Kendrick was not such a serious artist with his music at times. Why I'm saying that is because, okay, it is a complex thing for him. Because if you think about Kendrick, every album he's dropped has had a lot of value to it. Even if fans don't like it, there's a meaning to each album that he drops. That last one, some around the Steppers, that album, he's doing art. It shows him and his family. He's trying to show he's embracing his family. He's a family man. He's embracing his new role in life as a man. That album before with the in front of the White House, To Pimp a Butterfly. What do you think he's talking about? He's talking about blacks in this country. Regardless, people like it, the sound and everything. The one with the car in the front. Oh my God.
Good Kid, Mad City.
Good Kid, Mad City.
I love that. Never disrespect the classic like that again, bro.
My apologies, bro. I love
Your
that
man said, Good Kid, Mad City, man.
He
popped the latch. I thought you should have known that by now.
Bro, I love that album. It's just, my mind is clogged. I love it. Good Kid, Mad City. Had, yeah. So that album right there in particular, that was his introduction to the world / him talking about his life. You know what I'm saying? And that's why that's one of the greatest albums of all time, for sure, respectfully. But let's not carry this topic too long, because we could talk about this for ages. I think you got a good question to ask me next. What you want to ask?
Gotta ask, bro. It's burning. It's been burning, bro. I had to ask, bro. Why is the boys' music not charting, son?
So you said the boys' music not charting.
The boy.
You're asking me why Drake music is not charting.
Correct.
What music has he dropped that needs to chart? You talking about the It's Up with Young Thug, which might be one of the hardest songs that dropped this year.
All three of those records.
They all charted. They didn't chart high because those are throwaway tracks.
Oh, now they throwaways.
Yeah, they throwaways, bro. He's so elite. He could just drop throwaways like that.
I'm confused because
It's Up is about to be, it's fire.
I'll be confused because when I saw Kendrick drop a throwaway, that shit went #1. So I'm just a little confused. I'm a little hard.
Not Like Us was not a throwaway. Stop playing with me. Not Like Us is not a throwaway. What are you talking about?
Like That is a throwaway.
What?
Like That. See, sir, this is why I need you to come to the Kendrick Lamar Breakdown of Bar School. Like That was a throwaway, sir. It was a throwaway.
What's your definition of a throwaway?
Is I don't want this shit. I wrote it. Basically, that's a Kendrick Lamar song.
A throwaway to me is a song that was supposed to be scrapped.
And he was scrapping it. That was a throwaway. He didn't even want to drop that shit.
So if he scrapped it, all right, hold up. I think we got different definitions of throwaways, because there's no such throwaway that's on a freaking album that went #1 on the Billboard.
I need you to listen to Euphoria again. He gets right into that shit. Second verse when the beat switch. Everybody demon until they get chipped by a throwaway.
Yeah, all right, cool. Yeah, all right. He said that. However, he's just saying that because he's that nice. He's just saying that because he's that nice. And what he was doing was he was knocking on Drake's door with that verse. You know, he was just knocking on their door. He was knocking on that Big Three's door. He was just playing, bro. He was playing. All right, yes, okay. in a way, it was somewhat a throwaway, but it's not really a throwaway because it transitioned into it being on the #1 album, which Metro Boomin and Future, regardless, even if it was a throwaway verse, they're gonna say, yo, Kendrick, this verse hard. This can't be a throwaway verse. What? Come on now, bro. You know that for sure. They not about to tell him what.
You listen to the Black Panther album, the soundtrack.
Yeah.
You know a lot of those are Kendrick Lamar's throwaway.
Well, when you at that level, bro.
So again, is it that far fetched that like that is a throwaway?
Like that in a throwaway.
Like that is a throwaway. How you get chipped by a throwaway? Everybody claim they demons until they get chipped by a throwaway.
Not throwaway, bro.
So we're gonna have an honest conversation about Drake, bro.
All right, what you asking me? Oh, why songs not charting, bro? They are charting, bro. But like I said, these are throwaway tracks. This is what I mean by throwaway track, bro. The way that a throwaway track gets dropped. Drake just dropped them 3 off a freaking burner page. He's just throwing them away like, yo, these are throws that I don't really, want to chart too much. I don't really care too much about them. That's a throwaway. He didn't provide them for a lot of those albums. Say, you throw this on your album. That's not like he didn't do that. Kendrick, even though it's a throwaway for him, it still ended up being on that album. Metro and Future had that conversation because Kendrick don't be dropping verses for people like that. So anything he dropped is gonna be considered a verse because he don't put effort into throwing verses like that. Not saying you don't need to. You at that level, you don't have to. But like, come on, bro.
Throwaways for Drake, I don't think those are throwaways. I think your man is to be, if we're gonna be really honest, I think he is fishing to see what sound people are gravitating towards right now.
Yeah.
I think that's what it really is. The main thing for me is after seeing you dropped it on the little Instagram page, Lucian give you the call and say, yo, what the fuck is you doing? We got to recoup some money, my nigga. You better drop that shit before we slap your dumb ass.
Fair point.
You gonna have to drop this shit.
Fair
so,
point.
I mean, it's tricky. And that's why I said, like, it's an interesting space Drake is in. Because it's like, damn, I wish he didn't burn his bridges because I think he would have survived a little bit longer if he didn't burn certain bridges with certain artists. I think now it's really Drake versus the label. And I just think every other label outside of UMG got it in for him. So it's going to be hard for him to kind of figure out what sound he should bounce towards. You know what I mean? I think that's where we're really at.
I'm with you.
The only thing that always threw me off, too, is just like he was fucking with that AI shit. So it seems like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a weird game. It's above our pay grade. You could kind of see, though, that the label heads that are in strength right now is just like, yeah, bro, we got to give you a little pow-pow. You feeling yourself a little too much.
I feel that. I mean,
but I want to talk about this Billboard chart shit because you brought it up. I'm so happy you did because I did my homework before I got on.
So you want to talk about which artist is the most consistent?
Nah, before I even get to that, I'm going to have to give you a little knowledge, all right? So we always want to talk about Drake being next to Mike. I went through these #1 songs today. Let's stop doing that. He's not even close to Mike. Like hemispheres away. If Drake is on Earth, fucking Mike is the sun, my nigga. Mike is the sun. My nigga Mike only dropped 51 solo records in his whole career, bro. 13 of them shits went #1. You know how many of them shits had features on it?
None of them.
2.
Yeah.
He just had I Just Can't Stop Loving You and Say featuring Paul McCartney. I don't listen to that shit. Then I went to Drake's albums. I mean, his songs. You know how many songs this nigga put out?
Solo.
Well, it's all encompasses because you have to say what's on the chart. So all the songs he put out, just guess how many.
Drake? I mean, it's too many, bro. Maybe like 200.
200. You said 200. 336 songs.
Yeah, that's not surprising to me, bro.
Nigga, what did Thug say, boy? You better stop dropping all that bullshit. For only 13 songs to go #1. And then I had to look at the songs to see who's going #1. Like, I just want to see if there was some staying power. Like, what singles did he do by himself that went #1?
I got something to say to you once you're done talking. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna say you right.
Yeah, man, I can't wait. Listen. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 songs without features that went #1. Just Drake.
All right, so boom. Let me debunk everything you talk about. There's a major difference between the industry back then during Michael Jackson's period and Drake's period. It's not a fair competition. It's not a fair competition whatsoever. What I'm saying that is because back then, there was no streaming. Streaming was non-existent. And there was not as much competition that there is now. That's a fact. So with that being said, those songs that Michael Jackson had, he was the most elite artist at that time. Everybody is running to the cars to go see what Michael Jackson is doing. Everybody running to hear the music that he's dropping. It was such a unique and new sound. And he had the look and everything that comes with it. He was putting in that extra work, that extra time. He did not have as much competition that this industry has right now. It's a proven fact, bro. We have trillions of zillions of artists that are making music now. Michael Jackson, who was he competing with at that era? Be realistic with yourself. Prince? And Prince, who was backing Prince for real, for real? Really think about that. Nobody was backing Prince. Prince was independent. So you ain't really got to worry about that competition. Right now, Drake's competition is Kendrick, J. Cole, Lil Baby, Lil Wayne during that because, you know, when Drake came in, it was Lil Wayne. Yes, Lil Wayne was on the back end of his career. This is a fact. Who else? Kanye, maybe a sprinkle of Jay-Z. Come on now, bro. These is facts.
So let's debunk your shit right now. So then, you're right. Back in the day, Mike was the only person. The only thing is with that music is you actually had to physically go into the store and buy it.
Yes.
So why is the excuse that Drake is doing all this when music is easily accessible now? Damn near every place that you go to has Wi-Fi. We all stream our musics. Why at these 336 songs all number one if he's supposed to be the greatest shit since sliced bread and he got more slaps than the Beatles? I just be a little confused. My only thing is, like I said, he only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 songs without features that went number one. 5. Slime You Out. That's a feature with SZA.
It's a different
first person shooter.
It's a different era of music, Brody.
No, bro, I don't want to hear that.
It's not fair competition.
You told me he the GOAT. If he is the GOAT,
no.
With easy access to music, streaming, and all that, I don't understand how we having this conversation if his shit don't go number one. I'm seeing a lot of listen, bro. All he did to me right now, looking at these numbers, he just making Kendrick's point. You had to go down to the South to get a lot of these number ones. I see Future Thug. I see 21. I see Future again. He had to go get help from Wizkid. Rihanna 2 times. I thought he was the GOAT artist, man. I'm cooking you so much, they had to send balloons in this bitch. Did you just see that? You didn't even see that shit, nigga.
I want to consider you cooking me. You just pulling your points, trying to make your points sound valid as possible. I'm letting you rock out, though. But
this shit, boy. I should have got my chef hat tonight.
But funny as hell. What's the quick WWE update?
Nah, so the only artist that I want to say before we get to it, and this is what I'm saying, and this is the interesting part, because
you kind of say who it is. Yeah, who is it?
The one and only Chris Brown, bro.
I feel that. I ain't even gonna argue that because he is very consistent.
Because the only thing that threw me off, and it's interesting that we started talking about the numbers and charting, right? So I just had to peep it because he dropped his last album, 11/11, dropped last year around November. He dropped the deluxe in April. Mm-hmm. His song Residuals just got on Billboard. And we talking about the deluxe drop.
I love that song, baby.
Boy.
You know my love.
But see, and that's the weird part to me, Duce.
I thought I was hallucinating when I heard that song.
But see, that's the weird part to me, because how does that song take 4 months to get onto the charts? Like, that's the song that should be bubbling already. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just weird where the music space is, because when you see shit like that, I'm like, bro, it took that nigga 4 months to work that record to get where it is, to get to Billboard, to people even Nash. Like, it's weird where music is. It's just certain artists is allowed to do that shit. Like, it's just, I don't know, man. Shit got me conflicted.
But yeah, what's the quick WWE update?
My nigga, you haven't been watching cinema. Friday night was that shit.
I ain't gonna lie, I've been hearing a lot of good things about it. A lot of
nigga, the OTC, which is Roman Reigns, the original tribal chief, he came back to bless us with his presence. He been missing for a little bit since WrestleMania after he dropped the belt to Cody. So we haven't seen him in 4 months. He basically fighting his younger man Solo, because Solo's now the new tribal chief of the new bloodline. And my nigga, he beat Solo ass Friday night. But then that nigga Jacob Fatu came out of nowhere and cooked that nigga Roman. They don't put that nigga through the table and everything. It was on some other shit. And I mean, Monday Night Raw, bro, Liv and Dominic Mysterio, the greatest heel in wrestling entertainment. He's the greatest villain that you've ever seen. Him and Liv, the best couple you've ever seen. Just tap in, bro. Cinema Monday, Fridays. Quick stock tip. If you need some stock tips, TKO, Netflix, go invest.
I'm definitely glad to see what the WWE is transitioning into now. Like, I like the positive energy I've been seeing. Even though I haven't really watched yet, what I'm starting to see a lot is the fact that now that Vince McMahon is done, he's passed the torch. You know, the game, Triple H has really put in his effort into making it go back to what we all grew up loving the WWE for, the WWF era, the Attitude Era. And it's somewhat slowly transitioning into that. And they're figuring out a way to incorporate it with different things and different elements. So I'm definitely excited for what the WWE is headed to next. So
for sure. I mean, look, and I mean, it's interesting because you can see Triple H's he has his pulse, he has his finger on the pulse because they got Metro in the future doing the new promotion for their new pay-per-view event in October for Bad Blood. It's gonna be in Atlanta at State Farm, so they got them doing the promos for it. In a great space to be a wrestling fan. If you not, bro, tune into some great cinema. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm definitely tuning in. No joke. Definitely.
All right, so let me ask you this. You know, we some gamers. Well, I'm a gamer. I don't know about you. I'll be gaming. And I'm an anti-social gamer, so don't even try to ask for my gamer tag. Niggas not playing y'all. NCAA versus Madden. Which one is better for you, man? Have you played both? Let me ask you this. Have you played both?
So NCAA versus Madden, yes, I play both games. And if you want me to be honest with you, I'd go with Madden is better, actually.
Really?
And I'll tell you why it's better. It just seems more realistic. And I felt a lot of adjustments in comparison to last year's one. Because I tend to be very harsh on Madden because honestly, but even though I'm saying that, I still want 2K to get NFL games back. I still want it to, just because of how smooth and how realistic and how much effort that they put into it. But there are some smaller adjustments. But what makes me really say that I like Madden more than NCAA is simply because of the fact that it gives me more of the feel of professionalism. NCAA gives me too much of a college feel. Like there's no songs other than that. It'd be the little things that I'd be nitpicking. You feel me? And if Madden, it's like, all right, bet it's the real deal. I'm hearing actual songs. I'm seeing actual professionals making millions. NCAA, I got a dude that probably just works overtime at Wawa on his weekends off, going for a pick six. None against that. But, you know, just the fact that there's more household names in Madden makes it more like, it's always going to make it more likable. But the Road to Glory is what I've been playing more. I'll be honest with you. I've been playing more because now I got my QB at Rutgers. We 2-0 right now. Yeah, what about you? Which one you think is better? But I will say this also. NCAA is faster than Madden. It's definitely much more of a fast game. But then again, obviously, NCAA, real life, is actually a faster paced thing, more points on the board. The list goes on. So it's always going to be faster. But when you actually play the game, it's definitely more faster than Madden for sure.
And you said exactly what I was about to say. Like, you could tell the feel feels different. Like, even controlling the running back, like I played the Road to Glory, so controlling the running back, you could feel how quick, fast paced, like you have to make your movements quick. Playing on Madden, you could tell it gets slowed down, like the timing. And you can kind of see that too, because you hear a lot of athletes say that, like when they get from that college and they transition into the NFL, it slows down a little bit. You're already so fast paced in college, it's slowing down. So it does give you a realistic feel. But I'm totally on board with you. Listen, I'm starting a campaign soon. I've been trying to retweet it recently. I need everybody to get behind me for this shit. I started doing some more research too. So it looks like 2K did drop an arcade game for like the Android and the iPhones. But what I did see is EA went to go to the NFL in 2005. So they got the licensing for 20 years. So 20 years actually expires on 2025, 2026. So technically 2027 and around that 2026 stage, 2K can be viable to try to get the licensing back so they can at least make a simulation game, because that's the issue. They can make a football game right now, but it can't be simulation, and that's what NCAA and Madden give you. So that's why they can do some loopholes with the game on the mobile. But nah, we need a full game of fucking 2K football. That was the best shit ever.
Yeah, man, it's not fair, bro. Like 2K, respectfully, they got it with the sports thing. They figured something out that not a lot EA Sports is struggling with. The only thing EA Sports happens to do well at is FIFA, EAFC. But don't let 2K get to soccer. Do not let 2K get to soccer. They do that, it's over because they're going to kill it. But I'm enjoying FC already as it is. Maybe it's because I'm not as passionate towards soccer as I am towards the other games. So I just like it because I like it. I just, it's a game to me,
Yeah. But listen, I'll be fighting EA because all I want EA to do is remaster some of the fight nights, give me a fight night, a good good boxing game. Like, I need a boxing game. That'd be interesting if 2K could do that. Right. And give us a quality boxing game. I like to punch people in the face. EA did UFC. UFC 3 was cool, but
they got a fight now. They got a fight game coming out. I forgot the name. I think it's called
Undisputed. I'm with it. Listen, bro. I'm on it. October. I can't wait. That's the second game, and I need to get the new Call of Duty. But yeah, At the end of the day, I do think NCAA is a little bit better for me. I just like the fast-paced action of it. Madden is a little too slowed down for me. I'm just like, bro, like, oh my God, it's way too slow. And NCAA a little bit more high-packed. So let me ask you this, though, too, since we're on the topic of football. Have you been watching Hard Knocks?
Not gonna lie, I haven't. It just ain't on it.
Sound like my uncle, bro.
Realistically. But what about you? You been watching it?
So I ain't gonna hold you. So they did 3 Hard Knocks this year.
Yeah,
I was trying to do
they got the Giants, Bears, and who else?
The last one is going to be the dopest one, and I think that's where they're going to try to transition. I think that's going to be the best one. The in season, it's the whole AFC North. So it's the Ravens.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, that's the one. So let me get the Giants one the fuck out the way. Don't you ever put the New York fucking Giants on another TV screen of mine. That shit was a waste of time. I could have told you I'm a better GM than Joe Shalon. That nigga is retarded. He is dumb. Why the fuck did you? All right, let me just stop. So then we're going to get to the Bears shit, right? So I watched the first episode, and I cut it off after like 30 minutes. I don't like the business side of shit, bro. And the business shit be pissing me off. So they get into one part where they're talking about how they drafted Caleb Williams. I'm cool with that. Y'all know I'm a Justin Fields fan. So little grain of salt right there. Little grain of salt. The only shit that pissed me off is don't cut his name out because he's the reason why y'all got Caleb Williams. Y'all fucked my man's career. Y'all made a business decision because it was like, yo, bro, we can't really do nothing with Justin. Let him be entertaining to keep asses in the seats. But we promise you we're going to put a great team in front of y'all in the next couple of years. Just grind with us with this tank season. The shit I don't like is you show DJ Moore getting his contract extension. The first pass is from Tyson Bagnet, and then you show him catching every other balls, and you cut Justin Fields out. Why are you doing that, bro? Listen, I get it.
They showed them cussing Justin Fields?
They didn't show Justin at all. Like, they act like that nigga never existed for the Chicago Bears.
I mean, what is they to show? It's a new regime. It's a new era.
You showing the transition of what y'all did. Like I said, I'm cool.
Yeah, of course, that's what they want to do. They want to put a facade to the world.
Stop putting that facade, bro. But that's my point. I don't like the facade. Tell the truth, bro. In 2022, we stripped the team down. We said, fuck this nigga Justin, bro. We see Caleb Williams in a couple of years. We're going to do what we need to do. And y'all just kind of cut him out of that shit. It's just like, all that's not needed. My only thing is, karma comes around. So I do think the Bears might be okay. I don't think they doing playoff bound. I don't think Caleb Williams should be in the MVP discussion. I think they put a little too much smoke up his ass right now. He's doing well in preseason. It's preseason. I got to see it through the first length. I think he's going to do well. I do got the Bears finishing around 10-7, 9-8. I think he's going to start off really high until they start getting game tape. And then I think it's going to be a little bit of a dip. And it's going to be able to see where he shakes from there. Like I said, my only thing with the Hard Knock shit, bro, just let's be realistic, man. Don't shit on my nigga Fields like that. He tried to do all he could for y'all. He put his body on the line. Y'all shitted on him at the end of the day, and y'all fucked his career. And then tried to shit like, yeah, no, I just don't like that aspect of it. That's my only issue. But that Hard Knocks, that AFC North, that's going to be the greatest Hard Knocks ever. That shit is going to be amazing. But let's go to this Raiders shit, bro. So they announced Gardner Minshew as the quarterback. What the fuck is going to happen with Davante Adams now?
So, great question. So, the Raiders announced Gardner Minshew as quarterback. First of all, I don't think the Raiders know what the hell they got going on. I don't think they know what they're doing whatsoever. It's a mess over there because, no, they're not nothing. They're not going to compete for a Super Bowl. They have one of the best wide receivers in the league. Simply let Davante Adams go to where he wants to go. And as a Jets fan, I'm not saying this to be biased, but he wants to go play with this guy, Aaron Rodgers. Even if Aaron Rodgers was on the Jets, he was going to want to go get traded to where Aaron Rodgers is. Because automatically, wherever Aaron Rodgers was going at that, when he got traded to the Jets, that was going to be a contender. It don't matter. It could be the Giants. It was going to be a contender. Like wherever he was going to be a contender. Because, like,
put him there.
Hello. And you get me, like, I'm saying that unbiased. Like, I'm a Jets fan, bro. Like, we didn't go to the playoffs the past 14 years. Like, but automatically, we are contenders because of Aaron Rodgers. So what I'm saying is, I don't know what they're doing. Like, I don't know why they didn't just draft C.J. Stroud last year. I don't know why they didn't allow. I don't know why, but luckily Josh McDaniels is going. He can't coach for shit, so yeah, that's that. But, yeah, he needs to go to the Jets. What you think will happen with Davante Adams? What do you think about the Raiders?
The Raiders is always just a shit show. I don't think Gardner Minshew is going to start the whole season. I probably think Antonio Pierce, I like him. I used to like him as a player for the Giants. I think he's going to be a good coach. I do see, though, Minshew probably getting benched probably around week 8 or week 9 for Aiden Connell to start. With Davante, he's just in a fucked up situation. I started watching Receivers on Netflix, and you could just see by body language he's not even excited to put on some pads anymore. I think the fringe team that we should be watching would be the 49ers. The only reason why I say that, I think the Ayuk deal to the Steelers is done. And I think at this point...
He's not going to the Steelers, bro. Brandon Ayuk is staying with the 49ers. He's not going nowhere else. He's pulling the same tactic that Deebo Samuel did last year, doing all that extra stuff, bringing all that noise just to leverage yourself for a contract. You're not going nowhere. He's staying with the 49ers, and that's that. The only person that's probably going to leave is going to be Deebo Samuel next year, and that's going to be because of contract issues. End of story. Call it a day. What are we talking about here, bro?
Ayuk is getting traded for a second.
He's not getting traded, bro.
Ayuk is getting traded for a second and a fourth round pick.
Leaving, bro.
John Lynch.
He's not going nowhere.
John Lynch fucked himself because
he just said he's staying there, bro. Like,
who said he's staying there? Who said he's staying there?
He just said he's staying there.
Where? All right, bro. Listen, you gonna let me finish? You gonna keep cutting me off every time I talk?
Go ahead, bro. I'm just saying, you saying rubbish with that one. He's not going.
It's not rubbish, bro. So that's why I said let me break it down for you, bro. Because I follow the Steelers insiders reports. I follow the 49ers reports. The same shit has been happening all the time. Basically, what the 49ers tried to do is they tried to do the same shit they did with the Ravens did with Lamar Jackson last year. All right, cool. You want to get paid? Fuck it. You find a team that want to trade you and want to pay you the extension, and guess what? Come back and we'll match it. Cool. Ayuk was already tight from the end of last year after the Super Bowl. He already wanted to get a contract. Niggas, Omar Khan been hitting that phone since the end of February. At that time, they were asking for probably a first and a second rounder, what their pick options were. So now you have to, in fact, now include all the wide receivers that just got paid because now he wants more money like Justin Jefferson, like T. Higgins, like Jamar Chase, like CD, like all of them. They're trying to get $30 million a year. He's asking for 30. He wants 30. He's not gonna get 30. He'll get around 25, 26. So he found the parameters for a trade. He really wanted to go to Washington to go play with his boy Jane Daniels. They're not doing that. They have no draft capital to give up to give back to the 49ers. So that was already gonna be an automatic no. Steelers, he wants to play because he won't play with Tom. Steelers are the only one that's going to be able to give them something in return. Like I said, Lynch fucked himself because you waited out till everybody got paid and the draft capital went down. The deal is already in place. All they have to do is just sign off on it. They're going to lie to you and keep telling you, oh, we brought Ayuk back to the table to talk to him. Oh, we're still discussing. Oh, we're close to a deal. I've been hearing that shit for the last 2 weeks. If you're close to a deal, you close the fucking deal. If Ayuk wanted to be a 49er, guess what? He wouldn't be at practice on the sideline. He'd be on the practice catching the ball with Brock Purdy. That's what he would be doing. We wouldn't just be on the sideline just look. Hey, listen, the funny part was Christian McCaffrey had an interview. He said, yeah, my former teammate. So everybody in the building knows this trade is done. The issue is John Lynch's coach is trying to GM for his job. And he's trying to get a first rounder. So that's why I feel like Devontae Adams comes into play because if you can facilitate something, you have to get something back after giving Ayuk away. You have to replace him. Yeah, the Steelers don't have anything to offer them because you're not getting Pickens. There was rumors flirting around that Lynch wanted Minka Fitzpatrick, the strong safety. You're not giving him up. Then I heard they wanted another tight end, Darnell Washington or Connor Hayward. Bullshit. Those are all smoke screens, bro. At the end of the day, either before the season or right when the season starts, Ayuk is traded. It's a done deal. The issue is, though, who's that magical third team? I think the Raiders can get in there, but I don't know if the Raiders really want to give up Adams to the 49ers. Point blank, period. But, bro, listen, how much money you want to put on the bet?
And we could bet $20. We could bet $50 that he's not getting traded to the Steelers. He's staying with the 49ers.
I got 2 on my shirt. I bet you 200 he getting traded, bro.
I ain't doing all that, nigga. That could possibly happen. 200.
I bet 200 is the bet. Shake on it, my man. So let's go to the NFL early predictions to wrap us up. Let's go to AFC North. I don't know how you got it later. I'll let you get my shit. I'm gonna give you my list first. I did have the records.
Who you think gonna be in the top 4 AFC?
AFC easy. It's gonna be the Ravens. The issue that I have with the Ravens, though, is they lost a lot of pieces on defense, especially in that secondary. I think you kind of needed that veteran safety with Kyle Hamilton just to develop him a little bit more. I do think with the addition with Derrick Henry, you can kind of see where they're going. It's going to be a lot of RPOs and that tight end Mark Andrews or Zay Flowers for the touchdown. So I got the Ravens going number 1. I'm a little bit tricky now because I did have the Bengals at number 2. The only issue now, I'm hearing Jamar Chase and T. Higgins really ain't practicing. Jamar wants another restructure of his deal, which is weird because he has 2 years left. But I still got the Bengals going second. If Joe Burrow can get on the same page with T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, there's no wonder they go second. For third, I got the Steelers. I predict them going. Yeah, bro. What are you talking about? The Steelers going number 3 in their division. They haven't been below 500 since 2008. Mike Tomlin knows what to do with that team. So I probably got Russ starting the season, and I wouldn't be surprised if Fields finishes the last 8 games. By then, we'll have Ayuk, so I won't be concerned. And then the last is going to be the Browns, bro. Listen, I love the Browns. I want Deshaun Watson to do well. Unfortunately, though, you can kind of see his body language when he plays now. Like, as soon as he throws a pick, it's like the only thing that he's thinking about is what they're saying on social media. Are they going to talk about the massages again? He's just in his head too much. He's just in his head too much. They already fucked up because they got a disgruntled Amari Cooper. You got Jerry Jeudy. You still got to gel with Jerry Jeudy. The issue now is going to be what happens with Nick Chubb. Don't get me wrong. Jerome Ford was a great pickup in fantasy if Nick Chubb got hurt for your team. But he not Nick Chubb. But what's your thoughts? Who you got? What's your ranking?
All right, so yeah. Anyways, you threw me off of the Browns thing, but for the AFC North, I see it going to be Browns 1st seed, Ravens 2nd seed, Bengals 3rd seed, Steelers 4th seed. And I'll tell you why. We'll start with Steelers. Steelers are having issues at the quarterback position. Them boys are not going to do the same thing. They have Justin Fields over there overthrowing passes, even though, okay, you know what? That might have not been overthrown if that wide receiver ran his route right. So pardon me. But it's just too much going on in that quarterback position. It doesn't seem to be solidified enough for me to have confidence in. And that's that with the Steelers. I just don't think it's going to work for them with that 2 quarterback vision. Number 3, obviously, it's going to be the Bengals. It's going to be that, that 3-headed battle is going to be hard, but the Bengals are going to be the 3rd seed because, they still have some dogs over there. And like you said, they don't have the wild outs practicing, so they have that issue. So I don't think they're going to win that division. Then you got the Ravens. The Ravens, it's just going to be 11-6 year for them. They've always been elite, and they just always one step close. They went 13-3 that one year, they missed it. They went 13-3 last year, if I'm not mistaken, and they missed it. 13-4 last year, and they missed it. So it's like they're probably going to have a slight little slump, but they're still going to figure out a way to go 2nd seed. They got Lamar, they got Derrick Henry. I wish the Ravens had a running back that was like a DeAndre Swift. A DeAndre Swift type running back fits Lamar's style of quarterback, in my opinion. Number 1 seed is going to be the Browns, simply because of the fact that they have an elite defense. And they did not digress. They improved. They got Jerry Jeudy, and they have a motivated Deshaun Watson. If all goes left with Deshaun Watson, they got Mr. I'm going to eat a W. They got Jameis Winston right there. So, yeah. Even though Jameis Winston is going to get traded to the Vikings, but that's another story. But yeah, that's that with that.
Nah, the funny thing is, too, and Homeboy's going to get traded actually from the Browns to the Vikings. Their backup quarterback, DTR.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
He doesn't have enough experience. No, he's not.
Yeah, he gonna go. Man, they're gonna need them young bulls with JJ McCarthy.
He's the 4th seed, bro.
I don't know how you got.
He's the 4th seed. And I don't know if you know it. The Browns, all their quarterbacks are black. I don't know if you know that. Just like the Ravens. They got Tyler Huntley, DTR.
You crazy as hell for having the Browns 1st place. You out your damn mind, bro.
They are.
You out your damn mind. And you seen their schedule? Yeah, I don't know how you do that. I think, to be honest with you, though, I think Henry fits Lamar's style a little bit better because at the end of the day, you need a workhorse running back for Lamar where he's just going to grind it out. The issue with Lamar, because to me, they should have beat the Chiefs last year if they kept with the running game.
Bro, that's what threw me off, man. If only Lamar just stuck to what he knows when he needed
to. But that's why I think you need a Derrick Henry, because the stigma on Lamar, if he would have ran all day, is you're not a quarterback, you're a running back. Even though you won the game, we still going to make every excuses in the book to say you're a fucking running back. Mm-hmm. So I think it made sense for them to pick up Henry. Like I said, I'm just iffy on Deshaun, bro. I thought the first year Deshaun would have got to the Browns, they'd have been world beaters. I thought last year they'd have been world beaters. He hurt his shoulder. Now coming off a rotator surgery, and you got to throw that ball, it makes me a little iffy. I don't know how. And just to me, I think a lot of people sleep on the Steelers. Steelers had bad quarterback play all year last year.
Yeah, they still figured out a way. That's all Tomlin. That's all Tomlin.
And that's all Tomlin. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's hard. Like, I think I kind of know where you got your shit from. That's why I was trying to find it on my Twitter. I can't find that book.
Yeah, no, I'll send it to you. But
I had that because they had the Steelers going 7-10, which ain't far off because that last 8 game stretch is crazy as fuck. But yeah, I got the Browns finishing 4th. And to be honest, I don't even know if this, and that's why I said this is the best division in football. That's why I can't wait for the Hard Knocks, because I think all these teams right here, I don't think we're going to have a team that goes below 500. I think all these teams are going to be above 500 when the season ends.
For sure.
All right. But now let's get to your favorite division.
The AFC East.
I'm going to let you have it. Go ahead, bro.
AFC East. I think the Jets gonna have first seed, and I'm not saying that as a biased person. I really think the Jets gonna get the first seed. Second seed is gonna go to the Dolphins. Third seed is gonna go to the Bills. Fourth seed is gonna go to the Patriots. It's pretty obvious why that dynamic's gonna go like that. Bills lost their best wide receiver. Patriots, I mean, they don't got shit going on. Rookie head coach, it's just they're rebuilding right now. Dolphins are only contenders, so it's gonna be us against the Dolphins for that first seed in the AFC. It's pretty clear cut, in my opinion.
In my opinion, I almost had the same. The only thing is I flipped the second and third. I got the Jets going first. I got the Bills in the second. I got Dolphins at third, and of course the Patriots at fourth. The Patriots are in an interesting bind right now. They got 4 quarterbacks on their depth chart. You got my boy Drake May. You got Joe Milton. That boy's a stud. Jacoby Brissett, and then you got Bailey Zappi. I don't know why
back over there.
He's still over there. I don't even know why he's on the roster. You should have got rid of him after Belichick left. Cut that motherfucker so you got 3. I think in a couple of years, and it's sad to say though, they're gonna have to wait to see what Joe Milton does, because Joe Milton should be the quarterback of the Patriots. Better arm talent. He's a little bit smoother with the throw. I just think he needs to work and develop a little bit more, and he'll be that guy. I don't think Drake May is gonna be that guy. Watching him throw the ball, it's effortlessly Joe Milton. That boy is a fucking stud. Going to third place, I got the Dolphins. The reason why I got the Dolphins going third place, last year they kind of had the advantage. A lot of their games were at 1 o'clock. So their 1 o'clock games at home, the sun beats on that away team. Now a lot of their games are at 4 o'clock. So that sun advantage ain't going to be there for the Dolphins. And then also depends on what happens with Tyreek Hill and Jaden Waddle. I love fast wide receivers, but with fast wide receivers, they always have hamstring injuries. So I wouldn't be surprised if Tyreek Hill kind of slows down. I do have him over 1,000 yards receiving, of course. But Tua got to get a little better delivering the ball. Running game got to be a little bit better. So now let's go to the second seed. So I got the Bills going second seed. This is a no-brainer to me. You can already kind of see how they're kind of painting everything narrative-wise of Josh Allen talking shit about Diggs. So I'm going to be waiting to see what Diggs says about Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen's going to have an MVP year. It just seems that way. Him not having Diggs and having that one guy say, throw me the damn ball all the time, I think
as in that motivation.
And I think he's just going to spread it out a little bit more. I think what you're going to see from Josh is kind of what you're going to see from CJ this year, of just spreading the ball to everybody. You're just going to see he's going to get it out to everybody. You got Keenan Cole up there. You got Justin Shorter up there. You got my boy Curtis Samuel from OSU up there. Dalton Kincaid is a slam dunk as a fucking tight end. Running back wise, you're going to have Josh Allen and James Cook. But, I mean, it's easy. I mean, listen, the Jets have one of the easiest schedules. I looked up at every easy schedule. The Jets have one of the easiest schedules to play this year. I think if my memory serves me correct, I actually did their record. I had them finishing 14-3. I think the only game I had them losing might have been against, I think it was one game they lost against the Bills I had them losing. But other than that, I don't see how the Jets don't ball out this year. I don't see how they don't get the number 1 seed. I think they'll probably be fucking with Kansas City for the number 1 spot in the AFC Conference. That's my personal opinion, because I don't go against the biracial wonder, number 15. That boy is special. But personally, I just got the Jets going number 1. I just don't see how they fail this year. I think Aaron Rodgers' connection with J-Dub. And I'm probably, if everything goes correct, I wouldn't be surprised if I see Devontae Adams in a Jets uniform by week 6, week 8. I wouldn't be surprised. I think he's probably on the phone right now with Antonio Pierce, like, bro, get me the fuck out of here. Like, I don't want to be here no
more. Yeah, I mean, and you can't blame them either. They're not doing nothing that makes any type of sense, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, they're just. The funny thing is, I do think, depending on how it's gonna be my early season predictions, we gonna get the fuck out of here. My early predictions for next year. I got
one more topic after.
Oh, bet. Say less. My early prediction for next year, I wouldn't be surprised if Dak Prescott goes to the Raiders.
I like that move. I've heard about that one too.
And but it's because of nepotism. Because I personally feel like McCarthy's fired after this year, and Jerry Jones is gonna pick up that phone call and ask Deion how much he wants to coach the Cowboys, and they're gonna go draft Shador, and Deion and Shador are gonna be in Dallas. Personal nepotism. I see that happening.
And I wouldn't be mad at it neither.
I wouldn't be mad, but it's at the point where, like, if that has to be Jerry Jones. I don't have a problem with it, but that has to be Jerry Jones' last executive decision. After that, he should not make no more decisions. Like, you have to retire after that, because you're dying with your legacy at that point.
I feel you 100%, bro. But the last thing before we wrap things up, I want to do my personal fantasy top 10 list, fantasy football top 10 list. So the top 10 fantasy list is going to go like this. Number 1 is obviously going to be Christian McCaffrey. Number 2 is going to be CeeDee Lamb. Number 3 is going to be Jamar Chase. Number 4 is going to be Justin Jefferson. Number 5 is going to be Tyreek Hill. Actually, no. Let me start that again from the top. Part of my French. All right. My top 12 fantasy list is going to go just like this. Number 1 is Christian McCaffrey. Number 2 is Breece Hall. Number 3 is CeeDee Lamb. Number 4 is Justin Jefferson. Number 5 is Jamar Chase. Number 6 is Bijan Robinson. Number 7 is Amon-Ra St. Brown. Number 8 is Garrett Wilson. Number 9 is Saquon. Number 10 will be, I'll say we could throw that to, let's throw that to number 10. It's a sticky one, but we could throw that to Jonathan Taylor. Number 11, we could give it to A.J. Brown. And number 12, we can give it to none other than Mr. Puka Nacua. Either Puka Nacua or Derrick Henry, but that's my top 12 right there. You play fantasy? You play fantasy?
Of course, I play fantasy. I didn't get that far in my fantasy yet. I got to do a couple of mock drafts. I'm a little iffy on Christian McCaffrey for your number 1 just because of the plain reason that Trent Williams is not at camp. That's a big part of what needs to happen for that.
What's wrong with Trent Williams?
Huh?
What's wrong with Trent Williams?
Hold out. He's looking for another contract extension. That's why I said, bro, the 49ers over there is in shambles, dog. Like, it's tricky over there with the 49ers. That's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't be, like I said, Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch, they're coaching for their shit this year. Their asses on the hot seat. With Trent Williams not being there, wanting a contract extension, it makes it tricky for me to fuck with Christian. I do agree with Breece Hall, though. Again, CeeDee Lamb, because he's not at practice either, so I don't think he's going to get into football shape until around week 4, week 6. It's tricky, man. You got a lot of people that's like, man, like, I kind of want to agree with you, but Jamar Chase, too, you trying to fight at your contract and not go to practice? A little iffy, but I'll switch it around, though. So I found this thing on FanDuel. They allow you to do a couple bets, so you can do futures. I like the future shits. You can do it by quarterback, wide receiver, and running back. I'm going to give you my Ohio State wide receiver over 1,000 yards this year. Easy. You could parlay it. I think with the 1,000-yard wide receivers, you could put 6. I'm going to give you the 4. Easy 1,000 wide receivers. G-Dub, easily going to get 1,000 yards receiving this year. Chris Olave, easily getting 1,000 wide receivers this year. Maserati Marv. Yes, you heard it here first. That rookie going to do the damn thing.
Of course,
Scary Terry's the last one. We finishing out with the 4 Ohio State wide receivers. Put a little $10, $15 for your boy. If you cash out, swing a little something my way, you know what I'm saying? But those as the parlay builders, you go to FanDuel, go to NFL Futures, go to Parlay Builders, go to the wide receiver section.
I'm about to do that joint right now, actually. That sounds good. Yeah.
Bro, listen, I got a whole list. You know what? I'll forward you the list. I got wide receivers, quarterbacks, all that. So I'll forward you the list. That's how my list is running up. Before we get out of here, though, I do want to ask you this. What is your top 3 songs in your rotation right now?
My top 3 songs in my rotation right now. They put me on the spot. Holy shit.
All right, so when you
definitely
on the spot,
Drake. Nah, you didn't put me on the spot. Shoot, Drake is up. Drake is up in my top 3 right now. Drake is up. Drake is up is in my top 3. All right, let me lock in. So Drake is up is in my top 3 for sure right now. Next to that will definitely be a Spanish song. I don't care. Got the Only. That song is a bop. I keep playing it. It's fire. Tap in with that one. And third gotta be ASAKE Worldwide. My top 3 right now. What's your top 3 right now?
My top 3 right now, and I just do any top 3 songs. Don't gotta be current, don't gotta be new, give me whatever. Number 1 right now, I told you heavy on my R&B vibes. Summer Walker, Chris Brown, Something Real. That's been my shit. That's been in my rotation in my head for a minute right now. Damn, I'm trying not to give you another Chris Brown song, but I kind of want to put residuals in there, so I'm gonna put residuals in there. And then my last is probably going to be a Gunna song. I'm not sure. It's probably going to be tied between both, either The Time or Conscious. Those been my shits. My top 3.
Fair enough.
Yeah. All right, man. Y'all been rocking with Duce and Trey. We closing it out. Have a good night. We'll see y'all soon. Peace.
Hit your phone, too.
All right, bet.
All right, buddy.